Tonight was one of the most contentious nights on the podcast. I was on big on Duke. You two were huge on Texas Tech.
Go ahead. Have your moment.
It was a lot. No, I mean, we haven't really talked afterwards. I've been avoiding you. I'm like very scared of you right now.
No,
so
I was happy that you showed up to work today at 9 p.m.
I'm sick. I came for the show. I came to perform.
Listen,
and I performed. We performed.
Here's
me and my alums.
Me
and my Blue Devils.
Listen, I took a shot. I don't regret taking a shot. Gambling is about taking shots. Life is about taking shots. It is. You can laugh. It was thrilling to take a big shot, to tweet all those tweets today. And as much as I want to complain about the refs, I don't think they decided the game. Duke just didn't miss in the last 7.5 minutes. They made every single field goal attempt in the last 7.5 minutes. It was a great game, like a great game to watch. Every possession felt intense. And yeah, that's gambling, baby. That's life. I put my nuts on the table, and I got them smashed like a fucking Gallagher watermelon.
I think the two things are Mike McCarthy watermelon.
Yeah.
Updated for the kids.
No. If I had smashed a watermelon, we probably would have won.
That's true. Yeah, so there are a couple things that stand out to me in this game. Big Cat's not going to complain about the refs. I will.
Thank you.
Coach K, we were actually dumb for thinking that they were going to let him lose on his 99th career victory in the NCAA tournament. Of course he's going to get to 100. He's probably going to lose in the next game so he can walk away with exactly 100 clean wins. Just straight up 3 figures. Okay, you get it. Great job, Coach K. 100. Everyone's going to remember that for all time. We'll look back on it 50 years from now if we're still alive and be like, oh, yeah, Coach K had 100 wins in the tournament. Of course he wasn't going to lose at 99. That was dumb as shit on our part to think that maybe he was going to, that the refs were going to let him lose. That inbound play at the end where they trapped him, 90 feet from the basket, and they called the foul on what was a clear turnover. That was the game right there. The kids fought back hard from Texas Tech. That was a big moment of the game. Also, I will give some credit to Coach K. He switched up to zone in the second half. Like a coward. He told his boys to play zone like a bunch of scaredy cats.
Called in the rain.
And he called in the rain.
But
the zone cheated. That's Jim Boeheim got on the phone with me. He's like, I know exactly what you got to do here tonight, Coach. You got to go to the zone. And he did it, and it worked. Credit to him. They didn't have an answer for the zone. Then when they switched back to man-to-man, it was like they realized how to play basketball again.
So the rain, we're in New York. We have DirecTV because we have the NFL package. The rain hit. Duke went, we lost all service. We couldn't watch the game. Duke went on a 9-1 run.
No! Oh,
my God.
Oh, no!
You do this to me, no. Someone by the street. This is illegal. Someone by the street. It's
raining. Oh, my God.
Where's the ball? Someone find the stream.
Oh, my God. Find the stream. We're losing the stream. DirecTV.
I'm going to fucking lose it.
I freaked out after. I stood up from my seat. I went in the hallway. I was losing my mind watching the game. All of a sudden, I hear fucking robot noises behind me. Billy's trying to do a TikTok. That was a pivot point in the entire game.
Okay, can I give you just a little bit of caution on that one though? Because here's what Billy's hearing right now.
Yeah,
I
know.
Big Cat gets mad when I'm doing my job. I have a built-in excuse for it from now on.
When we say in 2 months, when we're like, Billy, the TikTok hasn't grown, he's gonna be like, remember that time? The Texas Duke game, and I tried to do it, and you didn't like it.
He's filing that away for later.
Billy, I don't blame you. Duke made every shot down the stretch. Like, I really would love to blame the refs, and I would really love to say that Texas Tech should have won, but Duke made every shot. There's nothing I can do. Like I said, that's gambling. The thrill of putting your nuts on the line is the best, and when it doesn't happen, it's the worst. And that's just life. And guess what? This is actually for Hank. You can't listen to this part. You can't. Go out of the room. Leave the room. Leave the room. Leave the room. Hank's leaving the room. I'm making him leave the room. BFT, Bubba, Billy.
Hank's fired.
I'm legitimately nervous that Duke might win the national championship.
All right, so it does make sense with the storyline.
If you're in tune with the narrative nervous.
Right now, I mean, I've been saying all year that they have the most talent in NCAA basketball right now. They have a great team. I'm counting on Coach K to blow it for them. And so next year, Shire takes over, and then Shire wins a championship with Coach K's players. That's the narrative I want to build. That's all that we have left right now.
I can't. this was the first time that I was legitimately like, okay, this might happen. And like, Muss is going to have the best game plan possible. I believe in the Razorbacks. I'm basically just going to, every single game for the rest of the tournament is going to be a personal game of the year. I won't release it as a game of the year because I have to take a break, even though I love Miami on Friday night, and I think they're going to win, and that would be a game of the year, and I might even still make it a game of the year. But every game now till the end against Duke will be full effort, full hate, because I don't know this is like my nightmare. It's Coach K winning a national title on the way out and Aaron Rodgers winning another Super Bowl with the Packers. Those are the two moments in my life that I have contemplated being like, I might have to quit sports. I might have to just walk away from everything.
You're on tilt right
I might
now.
have to say no more sports. It's not worth it. You live your life. Go like move to Montana, no, Hank. Raise your kids, have a beautiful life, read a book, hike, like, I don't know, kill a fucking deer once a year. I don't know. All this shit, it's not worth it if this is going to end in such gut-wrenching pain. And I know there's a bunch of Duke perverts right now who are listening to this, and they're smiling ear to ear. And I don't know if I can stop them. I'm going to do everything I can, PFT, but I'm only one man. I don't know if I can stop what's going to happen and what's going to be an absolute nightmare for me. Billy, make me feel better.
I have good news and bad news.
This feels like it's going to be bad news and bad news.
The bad news is that there's a possibility that they play UNC in the Final Four.
Right.
Which goes right with the narrative.
No, that would be great if they lost to UNC in the
Right.
Final Four.
That's the good news. The bad news was the narrative goes to the Final Four. The good news is that they could lose that to UNC.
Listen, if you told me that Duke went to the Final Four and they 100% lost, I would take that and say, no, stay out. And they lost, I would 100% take that, because then it's very much similar to when you guys root for Wisconsin to get deep into a tournament just so that it gets even worse. Like a Duke loss in the Final Four would be so delicious. We would be there. But I'm also thinking that I'm like a Walenda just on a fucking like line walking over, these buildings. And it's like, if we get to the Final Four, they're 2 games away. They're 80 minutes away. And then I'm dead.
I'm telling you, Big Cat, the fact that he's at exactly 100 wins right now, that to me, it makes all the sense in the world. If you see Coach K with 100 next to his name, that's the ticket right there. That's what they want. That's what the storyline is going to be.
I know.
Coach K walks out with 100 wins in the NCAA tournament, and everybody remembers, oh, yeah, the big 100. They hang another banner up at Coach K Court at Coach K Stadium, right next to all the other banners that aren't about individual accomplishments, that says Coach K personally won 100 games. That's how this story is going to end.
I'm terrified. I'm terrified. Honestly, I want you to hold me. I want you to hold me right now.
Listen, you will never see a podcast in the entire country root as hard as we will root for the rest of the season, and you'll never see someone push the rest of the teams as hard as we will push all the teams the rest of the season. You'll never see a podcast play harder than we will the rest of the season. God bless.
Speech? Yeah, that's Tebow's. I like that. Yeah. That felt a little bit better, but I'm in the trust tree right now. No Duke fans are allowed to listen to this part. This was the first time that I legitimately was like, oh my God, it might happen, and I might have to quit sports. I might have to just be a guy who, when you see me at the bar, or like you see me, like we're in an elevator together, you see me on the street and they're like, what do you think about the game last night? And I'm like, I don't watch sports. I don't watch sports.
This is like you're a highly touted football player getting into the league, and you've got all the expectations of the world. Everyone's like, oh yeah, this guy's going to be a star. And then you blow out your knee in like your first game, and then for the rest of your life, they're like, that guy used to be a hell of a football player back in the day. They're going to be like, that guy, Big Cat right there, he used to watch so many sports.
He used to be a great sports podcaster, and then what happened? Coach K won it all,
so
and he just quit. And I
have a confession, though, about how the rest of the season is going to play out for Coach K.
Okay.
If they do get to the finals, I'm going to be rooting for Duke because of the future that I put in them.
I'll pay for it.
Back in December.
I'll pay for it.
It's going to pay.
I'll personally pay for it.
If they win it all, that pays for my game of the year loss
I will
tonight.
personally pay for your future before they even win it all.
I'm just saying.
But I'm saying I will do that. I'm willing
now I want
I'm willing
Must
to do that.
If Arkansas wins, then I make way more money.
I know, but I'm willing
if Duke
to do
wins,
that.
then
No, I'm
money
willing
back.
to pay. I'm willing to pay for the future because I can't have you doing that. I can't. We already have to deal with Hank, who, by the way, for the listeners at home, Hank pretended that he was sick all day so that he didn't have to come in and face the fire because the office was high tension all day. He got to just stroll in at 9 o'clock and sit in the chair and be like, "Oh, ball game on."
Well, because
it was bullshit what he did.
Corporate Hank sits upstairs,
Yeah.
collects his paycheck, takes his sick days.
Yeah.
That's kind of you've seen a notable shift in Hank recently.
If you've watched Entourage, fuck the suits. That's Hank.
Yep.
That's we're still the fucking independent guys just trying to say fuck you to the system. Hank is literally he's corporate Kane.
You know what he is? He's Pig Vomit from Private Parts. WNBC.
Yep.
That's him.
That's who he is.
Here's how Imus says it, guys.
Yep. So, but yeah, I am for the first time this year because they've had like different moments where I'm like, oh, they're flawed. Oh, their defense. Oh, Virginia Tech beats them in the ACC tournament. UNC beats them last game. This is now threat level midnight at my house.
Well, reality check is that Duke has the most talent of any team that's left. So if they do lose, then it's all in Coach K.
Muss is going to coach the fuck out of this game on Saturday. All right, Hank, you can come back. Hank.